Today's an exhale. For those of you that are on here early, relax your jaw, soften the muscles on your face, let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Practicing being present. The gift, the unwrapping, the present. Give it another minute or two. So take advantage of the pause, the moment, the silence. Scan the body and notice where you're holding on to tension and just soften those areas. Notice the breath, the inhalation and exhalation of the body. Sipping in fuel, releasing exhaust, sipping in energy and releasing exhaustion. Just tapping into our breath, softening and relaxing the body, taking advantage of the quiet. Cultivating our own sense of inner peace. Feeling the breath enter the nostrils, travel down the throat to the belly. Allow it to retrace the steps out. Just scanning the body and softening and relaxing and releasing any tension that you can identify, that you can notice. Releasing tension by paying attention, by noticing. Deep inhale through the nostrils, fill the belly, fill the chest cavity. Slow, gentle exhale out the nostrils. Finding a rhythm, finding comfort in the rhythm. Inhaling the energy and exhaling the exhaust. Inhaling the energy and exhaling the exhaustion. Allowing your body the opportunity to pause, to regroup, to recoup, to restore. Take that nice deep inhale in, fill the belly, fill the chest cavity, inviting the breath in. And then the exhale travels out the same path, releasing the idea that you need to be or do something other than this right now. Feeding, fueling, softening, relaxing, renewing, reinvigorating, inviting calm. Inviting curiosity. Let's get curious about our breath. It's fascinating. Can't live without it. Don't need to pay attention to it for it to occur. Tickles the nose and the throat, fills the chest and the belly, releases toxicity and carbon dioxide from the body. In that one swift moment of inhale, exhale, your body is going through a chemical process that is changing and shifting the breath into energy and releasing the toxicity. We find curiosity about that. We find wonder. And we imagine that it's wonderful. That in this moment we have our breath. That in this moment we have this moment. And that in this moment everything is working exactly as it needs to. Relax the jaw, soften the muscles on the face, release the shoulders down away from the ears. Invigorate the body with a deep inhalation. Release the exhaustion with the exhalation. Release the tension through paying attention. Paying attention to here, to now, to what is real. Being curious about your breath. Curious about your life. Curious about your experiences and your circumstances. When we approach life with a sense of curiosity, we invoke awe and wonder. And when we find awe and wonder, we can fill our lives. The awe and wonder that we are seeking is what makes life wonderful. Take a nice deep breath in, energize, fuel, invigorate the body. Take a slow, gentle exhale, relax, release, renew. Follow the breath in and follow the breath out. What else are we curious about? Curiosity about where we hold tension, not judgment. So if the shoulders need to drop once again, or the jaw needs to release, or the hips feel tight, send the signal from the body to the place, the low back, the big toe, the right rib cage, wherever it is that you're holding on to the tension. Send your attention there with an intention to soften it. Let's be curious about the beat of our heart. Again, no thought required. Just wonder. Not only does your heart beat, but your heart houses the emotions, the love. Your heart breaks open, creates space for new love, more love, unlimited love. Take a nice deep breath into that chest cavity. Open that heart. When we unlock our heart, we become open to all of the feelings. Be curious about what it is that you understand about who you are. Be curious about how you attach labels and storylines to your person, to your existence, to your individuality or your group. Be curious. Notice. Give yourself permission to be curious about your path in life and all of the choices and decisions that have come before this moment, and all of the opportunities that you will create through the next series of choices and decisions. Be curious. Don't define it. Be curious as it unfolds. That openness and vulnerability in your heart that you create by taking that nice deep breath in and opening and expanding the chest cavity. Puts us on the path for opportunity. Gives us the courage we need to start something new, to be inspired, to do something outside of our own little world, outside of our own little comfort zone. What are you curious about? What are you curious about cultivating or growing or shifting or changing in your own life? Not judgment, but curiosity, wonder. We all had to go one step at a time. We had to crawl before we walk. Before we crawled, we had to sit up. And before we sat up, we had to learn to roll over. Stages of development and growth. And each one of those stages was fueled by curiosity, watching, noticing, wondering, and then making some sort of move and attempting, and then attempting again, and then attempting again and again and again, and falling down and getting up and rolling over and not being able to roll back. It's okay, because it all comes. Nice deep inhale. When you believe that the effort reaps the reward, then you don't quit on your curiosity. Continue to fine tune it and refine it and find ways to practice. To practice. We practice rolling over, we practice crawling, we practice standing up, and we practice walking, we practice running, we practice throwing, we practice singing, we practice playing musical instruments, we practice whatever our craft is. We took risks and we took chances and we followed our knowing. It all began with curiosity and wonder. That's how life becomes wonderful, or full of wonder and opportunity. Nice deep inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest cavity. On the exhale, soften, relax a little bit more. To remind myself all the time. Release the tension. Notice. Soften. Release the storyline. Return back to the present. Release the emotion or the negativity or the toxicity that you might be holding on to. Some storyline. Remind ourselves that it's our journey, it's our path. We have the right to choose how we feel. We also have the right to change how we feel. We have the right to be curious about how something might look through a different lens or in a new perspective. Curiosity is what draws us in to the next opportunity. Be curious about how you're feeling. Be curious about what you're thinking. Be curious about how your physical body works and is responding in certain aspects and situations in your life. Follow the breath in. Follow the breath out. Find the wave. Curious, inquiry, wondering, questioning, examining, noticing. Follow your breath. Notice what shows up at the top of the breath. At your most full point, just pause and notice. Is it a thought or a feeling? And then exhale, release it. Follow that with another deep inhale, filling the body with breath, and just pause long enough to notice, to be curious. Is it a thought or a feeling or both? Following your breath in and pausing and noticing, and then following your breath out and pausing and noticing. Stay with your breath. Find your peaks, find your valleys, and notice. The balance line is somewhere exactly in the middle. Walking that tightrope. How we feel when we're full and how we feel when we're empty. Be curious. A full range of emotions. Softening on the exhale, the exhaust, releasing the exhaustion. Expanding on the inhale, invigorating, feeling, noticing. To quote Albert Einstein, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of our reality. It is enough if one tries to merely comprehend just a tiny bit of this mystery every day. Never lose a holy curiosity. The secret to that holy curiosity is to continue to wonder. Why? How? Notice. Why are all of these things happening for me? Why are all of these things being placed in my path to allow me the opportunity to grow? Why are all of these things showing up at exactly the right time in sync with what it is that I am curious about? We all know the feeling. We ask for a sign, we look for something, we're looking for that knowing. And there it is. It arrives right on time. Be curious about your alignment with where you are and who you are right now. Be curious about all of the things that brought you here and all of the opportunities yet to come. They don't need a label, they don't need a title. They just need to be welcomed. Stay open to the possibilities, because most of the time, our wildest imagination could never even come close to the reality of what's possible. Don't limit your thoughts, don't limit your beliefs, don't limit your value. Stay curious about who you are and what it is that you have to offer and how it is that you'd like to offer it. Stay curious. Awe and wonder. Stay curious about your breath. Take that nice deep inhale. Happens without you even noticing. And on the exhale, use it to soften and relax. Use the tools that you have been gifted. All of the wonder, all of the things that are going right, all of the things that are showing up, and all of the things that are being presented to you in synchronicity. You have a whole inner landscape to explore. Never stop exploring. Take a nice deep breath in. Fill the body with breath. At the top of the breath, when you have taken in as much as you possibly can, just pause. And then slowly, gently out the same path, release the breath. Take your time. Push it all out, softening the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. At the end of the exhale, pause. Take a nice deep inhale, fill the body with breath. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. And exhale. Stay soft in your body, stay soft in your thinking. And just notice what shows up. Be curious about your thoughts, your feelings, your physical body, your physical existence, your current location, your current occupation, your current situation. Curiosity. Noticing. Wondering. Dreaming. Recognizing. Relaxing into whatever it is with curiosity and wonder. There's a lot going on in people's lives these days. We take the opportunity to slow down and just notice from a new perspective. Shifting the perspective shifts the experience. Be curious. Feel free to slowly, gently move whatever aspect of your physical body needs to be moved, or whatever it is that you need to do right now. But stay curious, stay calm, stay centered. Use the breath as the tool, the gift, the present. And I hope you all have a great rest of the evening. Thank you for joining me.